In the last episode, we learned how to customize the grid head. We changed the color, shape, and size of a grid head family. Today, in this episode, we are going to talk about how to change the level head, how to change the shape, size, and color of our level head family. Like grid heads, level heads are also annotative elements, which means their sizes are going to be consistent on paper and not on your screen. When I change my scale to 1:25, you'll see the level head has become smaller. And when I change it to 1:200, it has become bigger. So the size of your level head is going to be smaller or bigger on the screen, but it's going to remain consistent on paper. So when you're going to print it, regardless of the scale, it's always going to be consistent and readable. So you don't have to manually make it smaller or bigger for your drawing. So when you are going to create a new family, you'll find the level head template under annotations folder. Let's open this family template. There's a note here. Whenever you see this note, always make sure that you read it and understand it before starting your family. So level line terminates at intersection of reference planes. So this is where the level line is going to come and terminate automatically. The dummy line shows location of system grid line. So we are assuming that our level line is going to be on left of your symbol. Delete this line and the note before using. So I'm going to delete both of them. Let's go ahead and create a shape for our level head. I want to create a level head which looks something like this. To do this, I'm not going to use line, but instead I'm going to use fill region because I want the triangle to be filled in. So I'm going to use fill region, choose a polygon of 3-sided because that's how I would want to create a triangle. And then I'm going to make it something like this, about 3 millimeters in radius. I'm going to move the position here. The filled region that I want to create is solid black, which I already have by default. If you don't, you can always come back, edit the type, duplicate, create your own name here, and choose the foreground fill pattern as solid fill, and choose the color that you would like to use. So you can customize a fill region that you would like to create. I'm going to say OK to this, and I'm going to finish it. So there we have a solid black filled region of triangle. Now it's time to add in some text. Now, as we talked about in the last episode for the grid head, there's a difference between a text and a label. The text is static element, it never changes. So whatever you're going to write using the text tool is always going to be same and consistent. Let's go back to our project for a minute. But for our level heads, the text needs to be dynamic. This level head is reporting the name, which is level 1 in this case and level 0 in this case, and the elevation, which is different for each level. So this is not a static text, but a dynamic one. And for this, we are going to use label. Labels are the text that reports a value of a parameter. I'm going to use the label and place it somewhere around here. And I'm going to make the parameter name first. I'm going to place it here, make it right aligned, and extend the text box a little bit. So remember, our level line is going to come here and terminate itself in this location. Now I'm going to copy this name, bring it a little bit down, edit the label, and instead of name, I'm going to use elevation. Now you can also customize the size of your label text by going into edit type, duplicate, and let's say I want to make this 2.5 millimeters and I'm going to change the text size. You can also choose to change the text font or make it bold, italic, underline. You can also make the background transparent so it doesn't actually block any model geometry on the background. I'm also going to change this one to 2.5 millimeter, realign it, make it a little bit closer to our geometry. And there we go. Now, before loading this family into the project, make sure you always save it and give it a name that you can recognize. So we say level head triangle, and I'm going to save it and now load it into the project. Let's go back to the elevation view, select any one of these level lines, go to its type properties, duplicate it. I'm going to call it custom and choose the symbol NO level head circle standard to level head triangle. I'm going to say OK to this. And now you can see how it changed from a circle to a triangle. We change its shape and size. But what about the color? Let's go back to the level head family. Let's choose our label text and change its color to red, for example. That's easy. What about the fill region? I'm going to select my fill region, edit the type and duplicate, make it solid red. And from the foreground pattern color, I'm going to choose red instead of black. Say OK to this. You can choose to change the border as well, or you can choose to make the borders invisible in this case, because we really don't want any borders. Yeah. Let's load it back into the project and overwrite the existing version. Let's go to the elevation view to check. So now we have the level head. Now you might wonder why this triangle does not look red, but it looks blue. That is because whenever a level has a connected floor plan view, the level head turns blue. If you remove that plan view, you'll see that it turns red again. Don't worry, it's not going to print blue whenever it has a floor plan view connected. It's only going to be blue on screen. So if I go ahead and create a plan view for that particular level, you'll see that level head turns blue. It's just a simple indication that there is a floor plan view connected to this level. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. In the next episode, we are going to talk about how to create a new section head family. So keep watching, please subscribe, stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one.